In this video, we will be going through step-by-step instructions on how to properly measure and fill out order forms for measuring a cabinet refacing job. When you arrive on site, bring in all paperwork and pictures to review the job with your customer. During this time, you will want to make sure you are verifying the door style, the drawer style, the cabinet color, and any possible extras that you may be installing in this customer's kitchen. You will first begin by measuring all wall doors. You will want to start on the left-hand side of the kitchen. When doing this, you will measure the opening, the width, and the height. You will then want to add whatever hinge overlay you are using, standardly a 1/2 inch. In order to obtain the number to write on the order form, you will add 1 inch to the height and 1 inch to the width to get your 1/2 inch overlay for this door. Make sure when you are filling out the order form, you are filling out the door size to be made. Next, we will be measuring all of the base doors and drawer fronts. So you will start back on the left-hand side of the kitchen. You will measure your door openings, width and height, and just like the wall doors, adding whatever overlay you have. So in this example, we are using a 1/2 inch overlay. So add 1 inch to the height and 1 inch to the width to get the size of the door to be manufactured. Next, you will want to measure the corresponding drawer fronts above the doors. Just like the doors, you will measure the opening and add 1 inch to get a 1/2 inch overlay of this door or drawer. Now we will need to measure and figure how many sheets of laminate we will need for this job. You will need to count the number of door and drawer openings and get the sizes of all end panels. For a wood grain kitchen, you will figure 5 square feet per opening, and if a solid color, you will figure 7.69 square feet per opening for laminate. Once you add the door opening laminate figure to your end panel laminate figure, you will get the total number of square feet. Use this to figure how many 4x8 sheets you will need to order. Now we will be measuring for a valance. When measuring for a valance or whatnot shelf, make sure that you are measuring the width and the height, or for a whatnot shelf, the depth. And when you get that measurement, add 1 inch to both sides. That way, the product can be properly fitted on site. Now we will be measuring for any molding on the top of the wall cabinets. Make sure to measure all fronts of the cabinets as well as cabinet returns to verify that you are getting all areas of the cabinet where molding will be put up. When measuring, remember that molding comes in 8-foot sticks. So if you are close to an 8-foot ending point, add an extra stick to ensure the installer will have plenty of material. Now we will measure for base molding and toe kick. Just like the wall cabinets, you will want to measure all front areas where the toe kick will be going, as well as any sides of the cabinets where any quarter round or shoe mold may be needed. Again, all of our moldings come in 8-foot sticks, so make sure if you are cutting it close to add an extra stick to ensure enough material for your installer. If measuring for bottoms, you will want to measure the underside of the cabinets. Add 1/2 inch to the overall width to ensure enough to cut off excess on site. You will then want to measure the depth and write those measurements on the bottom materials section of the order form. Now we will be measuring for drawer boxes. To measure for a drawer box, you will want to measure the inside opening of the drawer area and subtract 1 inch. You will then want to measure the inside height of that area, subtract 1 inch, and then on the order forms, make sure to choose either a 3-inch drawer height or a 4-inch drawer height, and if you need something larger for a very deep drawer, then you will use the custom size, and on the right hand side of the order form, write in how deep that drawer needs to be. You will then need to measure the depth of the cabinet and choose the corresponding drawer glide. Standard size glides on base cabinets will be 22 inches deep. We will now be measuring for rollout shelves. When measuring for a rollout shelf, measure the inside opening and subtract 1.5 inches for the widths. We need to make sure the 1.5 inches is taken off so that the 1/4 inch spacers that you will receive with rollouts allow the drawer to pass by the hinge and door. You will then measure the depth and choose the corresponding drawer glide, which again, the standard size will be 22 inches deep.